You cannot say that I have sat here say for 20 or 30 minutes. Because your action of sitting is still continuing. Your action of sitting is still continuing. So these verbs are better described in continuous tenses. Either you see the present continuous or present perfect continuous. So yes, the latter is really sticking because it tells, it describes the situation that is happening at the time of BC travelers speaking.
So essence का meaning आप सही से बता दो.
Essence means you see fundamental, yes, abstract.
So meaning.
क्या तो abstract जो सार है, summary है.
The summary.
Summary है. अब यहाँ it's a different meaning. That is the key idea.
Abstract. The key idea.
The key idea. The chief idea. Here it is the abstract, the perfume.
Perfume of it.
Yes.
Ripened apples.
Yes, ripened apple. Essence. So that makes him intoxicating. The essence makes him intoxicating. Yes. What will be there on the first page or second page?
First page. Last line.
Yes.
These qualities transform.
Yes, correct. These qualities transform the scene completely. His tired condition, and he is unable to understand the reality because he cannot wipe off the distorted view that he saw in the morning. Because when he got up, he was still under the influence of winter sleep. When he got up that morning, he was still under the influence of winter sleep. So he cannot understand the thing. He cannot understand the transformed world. He cannot understand the transformed world. Hoary grass. Yes. Grass covered with snow and ice. Yes. The scene completely is, yes. These qualities transform the scene completely, and the apple picker can neither get rid of this strange quality, nor comprehend the transformed world. Now उसको समझ में आता है क्या है ये दुनिया को, वरना वो अपने ऊपर उसका प्रभाव है. The effect of winter sleep उसको भी अलग नहीं कर पाता. He cannot get rid of winter sleep. As he unknowingly steps into the realms of this world of sleepiness, के संसार में जब वो प्रवेश करता है अनजाने में ही, because of his over tiredness, he cannot work any longer. The fact about the ice skim from the trough mingles gradually.
Mingles, intermix.
Yeah, no, mingle का meaning आज ही लिखा था मैंने. Connects. Connect है. Associate है. आज मैंने associate लिखा है mingle का.
Associate.
लिखा है मैंने. एक जो शब्द है क्या? संस्कृत कला से वो OPS mingled with DMK.
Mingled with
DMK. That is associated with DM.
Because I had.
Yes, that's why OPS was asked to quit. OPS was asked to quit, to resign, because of his mingling, hobnobbing with DMK. So mingle gradually with the day. In his drowsy haze, things appear new. But your adverb is adjectives there. In his drowsy haze, things appear new, strange and unfamiliar, as they had appeared to him when he looked at them through the ice he had collected that morning. Because he felt sleepy, under the grip of winter sleep. जब वो जागा था और जाग करके जब बर्फ की शीट पर उसने संसार को देखा था तो उसको कैसा लगा था? न्यू, स्ट्रेंज, और तीसरा एडजेक्टिव क्या है?
अनफैमिलियर।
अनफेमिलियर, वही उसे लग रहा है। So he cannot rid of that, you see, impression of the transformed world that he happened to see in the morning when he got up, because he was even at that time under the influence of winter sleep. उस समय प्रॉब्लम था इसके winter sleep. That's why the world seemed to be different.
He's not sure.
Because he felt sleepy under the grip of winter sleep. He is not sure of the kind of dream he saw. And he is not sure. He cannot tell anything with certainty what type of dream he saw. But he saw that big apples appeared and disappeared. बड़े बड़े सेब, बहुत बड़े, magnified, enlarged. Everywhere apples were seen in large numbers. बहुत सारे सेब थे, ढेर सारे. Lots and lots of apples were there in his apple orchard. He says, "Daffodils man, I saw 10,000 at a glance." वर्षवत कहता है, मैंने 10,000 daffodils को खरीदती हुई थी. Daffodils, कुछ होते हैं, बहुत बड़ी सुंदर कविता है.
William Wordsworth.
Yes. I wandered lonely as a cloud. ये इसकी पहली
Simile.
I wandered lonely as a cloud. अकेला बादल की तरह मैं घूम क्या रहा था? Wandered aimlessly. I was moving here and there without any aim. Like that.
Freely.
Yes, like a lonely cloud that moves freely in the sky because of the sway of winds. हवाओं के झोंकों से जैसे बादल इधर से उधर होता है. Lonely. बढ़िया लाइन है उसकी. सिमली भी अच्छी है और कविता की शुरुआत भी अच्छी है.
He was wandered lonely as a
I wandered lonely as a I wandered क्या है? Lonely as a cloud. अभी देखिए उसके नंबर कितना है सेव का बच्चों देखो. Everywhere apples were seen in large numbers. They were at the end of the stem. Stem के अंत में थे. At the end of flower. फूल के अंत में थे. Every bit of reddish brown on the apples was visible. कितना उसका vivid स्वप्न है. How lively. How watchful he was even in his dream, that he was able to differentiate or identify the color of apples, the color of ripe apples, and he said it was
reddish brown.
It was reddish brown. Every spot was reddish brown. Every bit was reddish brown. हर कोई लाल में थी उसकी सींग की जैसे. In the apples was visible. In dream the apples become magnified. Yes. He knows his sleep will be troubled, and that the instep heart will keep the ache of the ladder round. अब वो खड़ा रहा था दिन भर, तो नसैनी का जो रंग होता है ना, बांस जो है, जो भी कोई है सीढ़ी, वो जो he continued to stand on his ladder for a lot of time. That's why his instep was aching. दर्द हो रहा था. किसे instep पैर का जो पार्ट है ना पैर, उसमें दर्द हो रहा था. And he thought, he felt that his instep was aching. उसके instep में दर्द हो रहा है. That's why his sleep was troubled. And the dream, you see, also disturbed him. उसकी थकान, टायर्डनेस थी, एक था, इसमें उसकी स्लीप को क्या कर दिया, उसको डबल कर बोल. अब उसने देखो क्या महसूस किया. He saw the swinging movement of the ladder along with the wind. उसकी नसें भी हिल रही है. Swinging movement of the wind, हवा के साथ.
The sound of apples.
Yes. The sound of apples rumbling into the cellar wind. And the word chariot smuggle across valley into the dream. अब क्या है? उसने क्या देखो, अब कानों की बात आ गई.
The sound of apple.
Yeah, the sound of rumbling.
The rumbling sound.
Yeah, rumbling sound of into the bin.
The sound of apple rumbling into the cell.
Yeah. जो टोकरी है सेलर की नीचे का जो मकान है अंडरग्राउंड जो स्टोरी है उसके उसमें डलिया में टोकरी में जो सेब आ रहे थे उसकी आवाज भी उसे सुनाई दे रही उसकी आवाज he was able to listen or very clearly hear the sound of apples falling into the bin. Cherish. That is the word cherish. When he picked an apple
to keep something
yes,
in your heart.
Yes, of course. When he picked the apple, he was very happy because the apple was his. Yes. The ripe apples were his. He wanted to produce a big crop, a bumper harvest, and he got it. He did labor and he got the reward. He did effort, he made efforts. He made efforts to have a good harvest of apple and he got it. So he was very happy to pick them because they were his. They were his. So he picked them with great desire. Cherished. Smuggle a plus value into the dream. A plus value advantage hai?
Yes.
Yes, bring into. If the picking was labor, it was a loving labor. If the picking was labor,
It was a
loving labor. He loved that labor when he picked apples because he thought they were his. His, yes. Though the dream carries over the fatigue of the real world. हालांकि वास्तविक संसार का क्या जो थकान है वो स्वप्न के अंदर है.
Carries over.
Carries over and brings into.
Over the fatigue
Yes.
of the real world.
Though the dream carries over the fatigue of the real world, it also carries over its satisfactions in a magnified form. Satisfaction, and he was satisfied even in the dream that he had got what he desired. He had got what he desired in the form of a bumper harvest. तो बढ़िया उसकी फसल हुई है, उसमें उसको बड़ी खुशी हुई है. In a large form, the apples may now be contemplated in the fullness of being. Yes. अब apples को खूब मन में सोचो, हैं कितने बड़े बड़े सेब हुए हैं. अच्छा, अब कोई चीज मिलती है तो आनंद आता है ना उसको सोचने में बार बार. You want to think that idea time and again. हमको ये मिला है, आपको फर्स्ट क्लास आएगा, आपको फर्स्ट क्लास है मिला, आपको फर्स्ट क्लास. अच्छा, आप कहेंगे I've got you see third position or 10th position in the merit list, ये merit list में मेरा. अच्छा, तो बड़ी खुशी होती है. In large form, you want to repeat that happiness time and again. बार बार उस खुशी को आप दोहराना चाहते हैं. मतलब you just got an idea, that idea obsesses your mind. You want to remain in the company of that pleasant idea. The idea is pleasant because it is yours. He is pleased with his bumper harvest because the apples were his. The dream is not a nightmare, it's a blessing. Nightmare nahi hai. It's not a bad experience, it's a blessing. It's a boon. It's not a nightmare.
It's a boon.
It's a boon, but that means a blessing.
Blessing.
Any boon, blessing is boon, something that you get, some advantage.
Sir, step into.
Yes, some.
Bless happiness बोल सकते हैं.
No, it's a blessing is boon. A blessing is something that you get unexpectedly. जिसकी उम्मीद नहीं होती, अचानक आपको मिल जाता है, तो उसको अपन blessing कहते हैं. God bless him. God bless you.
Yes, sir. God bless you.
God bless you. अच्छा, God bless you with all success in the upcoming examination. ईश्वर आने वाली परीक्षा में आपको पूरी सफलता है. समझ में आ गया? He bless you. Your parents bless you. आप उनके चरण स्पर्श करते हैं, आपको आशीर्वाद देते हैं. ठीक है? तो blessing something that you get unexpectedly. अच्छा. Next.
Unexpectedly.
Yes. It's a blessing, correct. Again, the poet is working with a contrast. फिर देखिए contrast आ गया. अब ये important last का contrast जो अच्छा ध्यान.
Between the woodchuck sleep.
Yes, woodchuck and just human sleep.
Just human sleep.
Yes, correct. Again, the poet is working with a contrast. The contrast between the woodchuck sleep and just some human sleep. थोड़ा सा सोचते हैं यहाँ पर. ज़्यादा नहीं सोचते. नहीं
Human sleep is disturbed.
Eh?
Human sleep is disturbed.
Yes, human sleep is disturbed.
But woodchuck
It
sleep
may be a nightmare. It may be an unpleasant dream. And he gets up. He wakes up during the sleep. Or he gets up after some time. But a woodchuck, you see, goes into hibernation. Sleeps for 6 months. It remains undisturbed because it doesn't toil.
he doesn't see dreams.
He doesn't dream.
He doesn't dream.
You see, a woodchuck's dream, sleep is dreamless. A woodchuck's sleep is dreamless. It is not just some, it's a lot. You know, these some
The
animals.
North American.
Yeah, they hibernate during the winter. अब ये छिपकली वगैरह ये सभी हाइबरनेशन होता है नहीं इनका तो आई मीन पूरी सर्दियों में
They don't sleep. They don't dream.
they don't dream, they sleep. Yeah, that is they sleep all the time for 6 months. Such a matter of fact. सोते रहते हैं during winter. And they store food for 6 months in their bellies. 6 महीने के लिए पेट में अपना सामान रख लेते हैं. So that they continue to live. They vegetate. Vegetate करते हैं, रहते हैं जिंदा. But they don't do anything. अच्छा comparison है. Again the poets working with a contrast. The contrast between the woodchuck sleep and just some human sleep. The woodchuck sleep will be dreamless and untroubled. Untroubled भी होगी और dreamless भी होगी. Human sleep dream full of dreams, yes, and troubled. While woodchuck sleep is untroubled and dreamless. देखिए क्यों? It neither toils nor dreams. अच्छा सेंस
Toils.
but works hard.
Works
वो
hard.
काम भी नहीं करता है. Because our work is never complete. Our work is never complete. हमारा काम कहीं पूरे नहीं होता है.
It remains incomplete. Incomplete
Yes,
all the
yes.
time.
It remains incomplete all our lives. If you are 80, you see you have still a lot of work to do. You want to remain, say, till 85. So, human work is never complete. That is why they want to live and want to work as much as they can, or whatever their body allows them to do.
It
Yes. It hibernates. Hibernate करता है. Goes on sleeping for months together. ये नॉर्थ अमेरिका के जो बियर्स होते हैं वो भी सोते रहते हैं.
hibernates.
Hibernate है ना वर्ब है. Sleep. Sleep for a long time.
I will sleep
Yes.
for a long time.
For long time. Long period कहिए. Time भी क्या? For a long period.
Long period of
Continue sleeping for a long period, even up to months. Man is different from woodchuck. Woodchuck से अलग है. Man works and dreams. His sleep is troubled. His troubled sleep makes him human and superior to the woodchuck. What's the celeste? The apple picker is not sure whether sleep is the ordinary sleep of human beings or the long winter hibernation of creatures of nature like the woodchuck. But it is clear that sleep is totally different from the woodchuck. है ना? देख लीजिए आपको कोई दिक्कत है?
Sir, step into